Hello, Jackson faculty. This is Miss Kemp here to talk about reading A to Z for your Tech Tip Tuesday. What I'm going to do is I have my MacBook up, and I'm going to show you with my mouse how I'm going to go to reading A to Z and get data as a teacher. So I'm going to go to my Safari. I'm going to go in and automatically mine pops up down here as Raz Plus. We're reading A to Z online. This is the teacher login. I'm going to go up to my username. If I don't know that, the website is readingatozee.com. When I go to this page, I can see that this one is going to pop up, and in the right corner, it's going to say Member Login. I'm going to click on Member Login. Here I already have my username and password saved. Mr. Felt and I have two groups, and so we share each other's username and password so we can access both groups. I'm going to log in. Okay, now I'm in my Raz Plus account for this one class. For this group of students, I can see a lot of things. So I can see down here, what are their reading levels like, what are some comprehension skills they may be struggling with or doing well on. I could also go up here, and there are a bunch of resources I can find that can help me as I'm teaching. I'm going to go to Manage Students right here, and it shows each student individually. So if I have Ivan, I have Chris, Belinda, and it has all their data within each student. So if I click on Ivan, I'm going to go into his account, and I can see how he's doing. I can see what reading level he's on, if I want to raise his level or drop his level, if I feel like he's not succeeding on this level. He is working right now to go up from an L, so he has to read all the books on a level L to get to level M. So after I see that, I can see how many stars he's earned. I can also see if there's any alerts. So he has been able to pass 6 questions that are basically focusing on vocabulary, so that shows that I need to help him with vocabulary skills. So you can also see the books he's been reading and whether he's done an assessment recently and how much he's been on reading A to Z, so if he's been on at home or not. Over here I can see, so I can do that for each student if I want, but another nice thing is the Reports tab. So I click on this and I can see each student all the students all together, sorry, and if I click on exclamation point by their name, it shows me, okay, this is the alert that he's is really struggling with vocabulary. So I might go through and make some strategy groups for my center's work so I can work with this student on vocabulary. I might need to make a group about main idea and details for the student Chris. Belinda looks like she needs some help with that as well. Nancy needs some help with cause and effect. So I go down the list and look, and I can really go into the stories and figure out what's going on and how to help them the best way possible. I can go from here in reports to Raz Plus, and I'm going to, this just brings up a big overall class view of what your students are achieving or what they're doing while they're doing reading A to Z. This shows some activities completed, how many quizzes they've been taking, how much they've been reading or listening to the stories, what their average quiz scores are, and this is cool because it shows that it has been going up the last little bit. These quizzes are actually really rigorous as well, so it does give you a good look at what they've been doing. Also, under Raz Plus, you can look at their activity, what they have, if they have an assignment or not. You can look at their assessments, whether they've had a running record given to them and what their accuracy is, and their retail, their words read per minute. You can also look at the whole class's skill reports. Again, so this is more in depth. When I go to this tab up here called Assignments, I can click on that and I can see whether I've assigned an assignment to each student. So it tells you if they have an assignment. So maybe you've given them a custom assignment, which means that you have so in ELE, if I gave them a book that I wanted them to read, so I picked a couple of kids and I wanted them to read a specific book. I can also see if they have a running record and they need to do that yet. Right here too, you can create your custom assignment where you can assign a book. If you see a book that you really want all the students to read, you can give it to them, or a few of them. If you want to assign an assessment, you can go and you can assign any student a running record. an alphabet assessment, or high frequency word assessment. So it's really, really great. In Running Record, we use this a lot because you can listen to it on your own time. And students, you can select, okay, if I want Ivan, Jasmine, they're all reading at level L. So I think I'm going to give them a running record on M and see how they're doing on a level up. And I might give them a fictional passage, Take Me Seriously, and I'll assign it to them, and they will read the passage on their own in their account, and I can go back and listen to how they're doing, and if I want to move their level up, I can. So once they have done their running record, it will go into their basket. So in the basket right here shows all the assignments that have been done, all the assessments. And so if I see, okay, here's Jaslyn, she had this assessment on January 24th called Home for Lunch. I would click on her if I want to listen to it. I'm going to listen, click on the green arrow, and I can go through, and as I click, if she gets the word that wrong, I could say, oh, click on it. She had mispronunciation, she substituted it for something, repetition. I can tell what happened, and it will be all saved into her account. And it will also automatically calculate her accuracy and her words per minute over on the side here. So I could just click. As it goes, you can listen. You can hear it.
Are you calling that lunch? She asked. She pointed at something that looked like a pile of mush.
Perfect. So she said those words right, so I wouldn't mark anything. I can go to the retelling, where they have to retell the story. I can listen to her retell.
Wow, that one sounds so much better than their iPads.
And then I can go and see her quiz and see if she understood it or not. This shows that maybe she needs to go back down a level and practice on a little bit lower level. So she wasn't able to understand or comprehend. Then, so with the basket, then I go through and listen to all of my students, and I can go back and look at Jaslyn. If I feel like she needs to go down a level, I can adjust it in her account. So that's mostly what the student management looks like within Reading A to Z. It's been really helpful, so we hope that you guys enjoy it.